So here I have a very simple power circuit that I made for powering Tesla coils. Only when somebody is nearby, it'll get the full power from a battery. So the reason why I built this is because my main base just didn't have enough power all the time to power these, to be ready to power these Tesla coils. So I created this system so that way the battery would take over if it detected somebody. And it uses only 7 power. I know that says 8, but only 7 is coming out. And yeah, it's very useful for that reason. I can also see it being used for other things, but I'll let you guys come up with those. The reason why I haven't seen this on YouTube, and I'm assuming there's probably 2 reasons. One, this is a very simple circuit. People know how to do this, and it's common knowledge. Or 2, there's probably maybe a better way to do it. But regardless, I'll show you how to do it this specific way. So I'll show it to you step by step. But first you need your guaranteed power source. And the best way to do that is with an infinite power circuit. Really quick, for those who don't know. Power comes in. This branch powers how much you need for your whole system going to this OR switch. And the rest of it goes to this blocker. This blocker deals entirely with this battery. Blocks the blocker. The rest of it goes to charge the battery. In the event that this loses power, blocker is no longer powered, therefore it allows the battery to take over to power the OR switch, and everything continues to flow. In this case, you only need 7 power, which is really nice, especially if you have this hooked up in your main base as your primary power source. You can hook this up to the trap instead of having to need an insane amount of power. So, how to build it. Put a branch down. This branch goes to your HBHF sensor. It only needs 2 to power that, so that's the first step. Next step is put it into another branch, and this goes to the battery. In this case, it's only putting out 1 power, so it charges the battery very slowly. Tesla coils probably don't need, especially if it's getting 100 charge, you'll kill somebody in under 2 seconds. So I'll also show you a way to prevent this from being griefed in any way. So yeah, you put that down, and the battery comes in over here. This is going out to the battery. This is coming in from the battery. It goes into this blocker, puts out 99 right now. The whole trick to this circuit is trying to get it to that way the blocker is blocked when this isn't being activated. So the way that you do that is with an XOR switch. For those who don't know, the XOR switch, if one circuit is receiving power, it'll output power to block the blocker in this case. If 2 receive power, it won't put out any power. So this is only being powered by 2, so this is always needing to have power as well, so that way you're always blocking the blocker. And the next logical thing is to hook up your HBHF sensor, so that way when it's detecting somebody, it puts it in, blocks the output, lets the battery flow. So just to prove that, just disable me from being authorized, and as you can see, it stops the battery, so I'm allowed here, but now I'm not allowed here, and it powers the battery when I'm around. So, what's the logical thing to do with this? Well, in this case, I have it hooked up to a timer in this case. A little branch goes to the flick on the timer, and the timer goes to a splitter. It's being powered by the battery there. So basically, somebody walks into your base and you get blasted for 2 seconds, and then it stops, which is basically a perfect amount of time because these are getting powered at, I think, 31 each. 31 each is 93 damage a second, so 2 seconds is actually overkill, but you're going to need that if it's only getting powered from a large battery. So 2 seconds will kill somebody in this case. So obviously, if you don't want to do that, you can very simply just plug this directly into the splitter, and this will go on forever. But unfortunately, this leaves you open to be griefed for any reason that people are able to do this. So the timer is kind of nice to mitigate that from happening. So the other thing too is that if you want to power your battery more, just give it more juice. So in this case, it's only getting 1 power, so this will very, very slowly charge. I put this down probably about 15 minutes ago. No, not 15 minutes ago, so like 10 minutes ago. And I ran it all the way down, and then I started charging it probably 5 minutes ago, and it's at 17 seconds. So this will work for a while, and most people would not know that your base is hooked up this way, so they probably wouldn't grief the battery, especially if it's fully charged and it's been going for it's charged for like 4 hours. So that's just not going to end up happening. So if you want to charge it a lot in the beginning, and then once you get enough charge, you can tone down the pass through here. So yeah, that's basically how this circuit works. I know it's pretty simple. Hopefully some of you are able to make some use of it. And yeah, thanks very much for watching.